I came across a video claiming that anyone who has a family outside of their race is committing genocide. That's interesting. I didn't know they had YouTube back in the 1950s. 2011? Really? As recently as the Thor movie, people were small-minded like this? Alright, let's see how they defend it. Okay, let's start off with the so-called genocide. Genocide is basically the forced ending of a bloodline based on one's ethnic background. If people from different backgrounds have kids, the bloodlines of both are still going on. That's pretty much the exact opposite of genocide. Actual genocides harm people through things like forced sterilization or, murder. Two people having a family together harms nobody. Second, what does it matter? Humans are incredibly similar, except for a few superficial differences. If my kid had kids of his own from somebody from a different race, my genes are still being passed along. It's not ending my bloodline in any way, it's continuing it. On a genetic level, the different races that you worry about being destroyed are pretty much only cosmetic differences anyway. If my descendants look different from me, oh no! No matter what the color of their skin may be, my descendants are still my family. And finally, to get technical, genocide requires some attempt at coercion. Two people loving each other and having kids is not coercion, just a basic human interaction. From the picture of the cross at the end of this video, I assume you're talking about the God of the Bible. First off, Skippy, not everybody believes your God exists, let alone that they must follow your narrow-minded interpretation of how you claim it says we should behave. So you can't use that as an argument to tell the rest of us who we can date. Are you saying that your omnipotent, all-powerful God, the one you claim created the entire universe, can be thwarted by boats? That too. Honestly, if your God wanted the different peoples of the earth to stay different, he could have just tweaked their genetic code just enough during the supposed creation that we wouldn't be able to interbreed. Everybody's descendants came from Africa. That's where Homo sapiens originated. We all came from there. Over time, we've evolved a few cosmetic differences, but genetically, we are so similar as to make no difference on a biological level. The difference between race is pretty much social rather than biological. No, the bloodlines are still going on. Nothing is being destroyed. And your God isn't a Lord of Destruction? Really? Isn't this the same character who wiped out every living animal except those he sent on a large boat, vaporized a pair of cities, and rained down the plagues on Egypt because God himself hardened the heart of the Pharaoh to stop said Pharaoh from doing what was asked of him by Moses, God's PR rep? It sounds like destruction is really your God's forte. Oh, the old I'm not X, you're X argument. Look, you want to control people by defining what they can and can't do based on perceived cosmetic differences. That is a textbook definition of racism. Classy. Why? Why must everyone stay within their unique genetic enclave? I've heard this claimed before, but I've never heard any reason why it's so important. Look, if you only want to date people who resemble you on a cosmetic level, fine, that's your decision. But don't think you have any reason to tell the rest of us what to do or who to involve ourselves with. Again, it's not destroying any bloodlines. The descendants of mixed couples will still carry on with a plethora of backgrounds and cultures they can take pride in, if you think that kind of thing is important. Oh yes, the good old white extinction scenario. If through mixed marriages and so-called interracial breeding, my descendants will have a different concentration of melanin than I do, so what? They're still carrying my genes, the human race is still going on, so what's the problem? I did think about what you put up. You want to keep things the same just because that's what you want. Other people's choices be damned. You seem stuck in a things are the way they are and should never change mindset. You don't give any reasons other than it's different than what I want and I'm scared. How? How will two people with different backgrounds having kids destroy society? Like I said, if you only want to mate with people who match your skin tone, fine. Limit your dating pool. But you have nothing but scaremongering and have no reason to let you dictate that choice to the rest of us. Are you the cutest genocide? You're the cutest genocide, aren't you? Yeah.